Hello, hello, hello. This is Queen Sarah, and you are here with us at Stylish Behavior Live, brought to you by WPMMradio.com. Okay, so we're going to shake things up a little bit. If you have been following me, initially I was at Real Women Radio, and in the industry, sometimes we change radio station, change homes. No beef, not at least on the grill anyway, but no initial beef, but just a transitioning thing. So I wanted to start by first showing love to my sisters at Real Women Radio and wishing them the best as they are cheering me on in my future endeavors. So it's nothing but black girl magic up and through here. Yay. All right. So this is brought to you by WPMMradio.com, my new home. So WPMM, Queen, what does WPMM, is it white people, mud pies and whatever? No, is we play more music. And if you've ever listened to the radio station, or if you haven't, you need to go and download the app. It's free, of course. So if you have a Apple, go to the App Store to download the app, and go to, if you have an Android or alternative device, go to Google Play to get the app. It is free and it's worth it, because I'm sorry, the music is like bomb.com. Does anybody say that anymore? I'm showing my age. Anyway, today on Stylish Behavior, you know, the whole gist of Stylish Behavior and Stylish Behavior Live is to highlight beauty, fashion, culture, and etiquette. And then, of course, today we're going to be highlighting culture. And one of the most pivotal things in culture, especially African American culture, is in fact the music, because we know, you know, have you ever heard a song where you remember exactly where you were in that time and space and exactly what's going on? That's how important music is to our culture and our way of life. So we're going to jump right in this, and I'm interviewing, and we have none other than independent artist Miss Peace D. Cashmere.
Hello.
Thank you for being here on Stylish Behavior Live. How are you doing with your beautiful self?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm great. I'm great.
Good, good.
Glad to be here. WPMM is awesome.
Yay. So the first time I saw this young lady, she was actually shopping in my boutique. And we were like kind of having a sister girl moment, like, girl, yeah, that's cute. Girl, yeah, that's cute. And now we see each other everywhere. I saw her at the artist showcase put on by Conscious Cohesion. And this woman's voice is like heaven. I was even listening to WPMMradio.com. See, I'm about the product, right? I'm listening to it myself, actually. And I heard this beautiful voice come across my computer, and I'm like, oh my God, who is this? And I said, that's Peace. I know her. So I was excited to hear you, and your music is like beautiful, and your voice is like gorgeous.
Thank
you. I
you.
had to commend you and give you props first. So now we're gonna dig all off in your business.
All up in my business.
We're gonna put it in the street, okay?
Let's put it in a pot.
Put it in a pot. So what made you say, okay, I want to sing? Because you don't sing, you sing. I'm from Mississippi. You can sing, but you sing la la la, but you sings. So
what made me want to sing is really just wanting to use my vessel for art in the way that I felt I could. Mm-hmm. I'm not the best artist. I used to dance, and song just always was something that moved me. So I wanted to see how I could bottle that up and give it to other people the way that it's given to me. I'm so blessed by music.
Wow. I like that, blessed by music. When you say blessed by music, clearly there are influences.
Oh, yeah.
So who are some of the greats, I'm sure, that influence you?
All right, so small story, one of my favorites is when I was about 6 years old. I grew up in California, and so I'm inside of the Vans. It's a supermarket chain we have out there. And I'm in there, and I'm singing a song, and there was this older lady, this older white lady, which was, she looked different for that time. You know what I mean? And
so define different, like she hippie different, because you know, because we're in the South, we're in the American South, so We don't.
She was more like out there what you would call gothic. Now I think the kids call it emo or whatnot. You know, and she, you know, she's wearing a black and got the little like a crystal or something on her, and you know, just you know,
very
so it was
alternative.
different. It was
they have her locked up. She was walking around the South because you know they said that baby cheese and slid off her cracker, but okay.
But even back then, like even back then, it was a little different. It wasn't something I seen every day. And she's behind me, and I'm singing. And she says, "Excuse me, what are you singing?" And I was just like, you know, he was like, you know, that's Nat King Cole. And I was like, yeah, that's my favorite singer. And she was just like, you have an old soul. And it's the first time I got the concept of what that may mean, even though I didn't understand what that really meant, you know. And I love a lot of the greats. I love Nat King Cole. I love Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, Etta James, you know. I like a lot of the neo-soul stuff. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Corinne Bailey Rae.
Yes,
you know.
love Corinne Bailey.
My influences come from a lot of people. I grew up listening to Nirvana and 9 Inch Nails and Foo Fighters, Bjork, Fiona Apple, Gwen Stefani, no doubt, you know, all these people. And so my influence are really wide ranging. You know, I'm the type of person where I could be driving down the street banging classical music, you know, with the bumpers on, just dun, 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 you know, rolling. She
rolling around the Chopin up in here listening to the planets.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a little classical background. I used to play orchestra in college, so
wonderful.
I play a few instruments by ear. But anyway, it's not about me. We're talking about you anyway.
So yeah, that's some of the influence that I've had. I like to say that I love classical music. I love classic rock. I love the classics, you know. But I like a lot of the newer school stuff, I guess, too. Well, newer school far as my school. Some of the stuff they have out nowadays, I don't want to hate on it, but I can't get with the frequency of it.
I understand. It's because I'm a diehard hip hop, and I'm like old school hip hop, like Rakim and KRS One and Queen Latifah, Ladies First, and you know, MC Light. That's like my girl, right? But and you see, I was listening to another radio station, and not dissing the radio station itself, but even the DJ there was like, so this is what hip hop has come to, and I'm like, wow, and I couldn't really agree, you know,
it's a frequency to me, like just straight up, the frequency of the music is different. It's not exactly some of the sounds. Some of the sounds are recycled. We've heard them before, but it's the way that people are actually singing and the way they're putting the music on it. I don't know if that's making sense.
It's not.
That it makes the voice sound different on a different frequency, and it just don't mesh with me right. You know, but I'm a hip hop head myself, so I understand. I'm from California, so I got a lot of West Side people I love. I love Ice Cube and
you got to.
Yeah,
you got to. It's rites of passage.
Tupac. You know, a lot of people.
The list can go on and on and on.
It really can. Half the people you said, you know, and more.
Yes. Yeah. And I grew up listening to those guys, those particular MCs, male and female. And I don't remember anybody even remember this show, like Yo MTV.
Oh,
Raps, come on in the afternoon.
In the basement.
Yeah, exactly. So, and my grandma was forever like screaming at me and my cousins, turn this off, you know. And I'm like, no, I gotta see this MC Light video. We gotta see this, you know. Too young to probably watching anything anyway, but needless to say, it influenced even my taste in music now. Like, and you grow older and you like, okay, no, it's not jiving like you think it was jive. And with that being said, the artistry, do you think new artists take the craft seriously? Do they really go as hard as their predecessors?
Oh, that's an unfair question. You know what I mean? Like it just truly is. I don't think that they don't take it seriously, but it's just new artists today. It's about getting famous however they can. You know, so it's like if I get on whatever avenue and I have a healthy butt, you know what I mean? I'll go on ahead and show that if I can get enough followers and I can get someone to do something with my voice to make it sound good, and I can get more followers doing that and create a way to make some money, you know, go get it. Good for you. You know what I mean? But it's not the same. It's not the same at all. So in a way, no. Once you get to a certain spot, though, everybody's working hard. You're working hard to keep that if you care about it at all. And I can't knock that, because that part's hard. But the actual part where people are gaining some type of recognition or fame, you can gain recognition and fame for anything. Just be lucky enough to go viral.
Yeah, because I remember a heyday when, like, I'm gonna just pick and say, you remember Queen Latifah, or you remember MC Lyte, and you remember Monie Love, okay? And the thing you remember about them, they were like beasts in terms of lyricism, you know. But you look at other artists, like this whole beef Once Upon a Time, I guess it's over now, it's a few weeks, with Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. I was like,
that gave me life.
I gotta ask, I had to give you, like, I gotta ask.
Because it felt like hip hop for a moment.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because that's what I grew up on. I grew up on, you know, fake beefs and real beefs, but like something where it took you to a place where you had to demonstrate your skills. Right. And nowadays, a lot of artists don't have to demonstrate their skills. It used to be an unwritten rule, like just such a bad thing if you wrote your raps, like, or someone else wrote your raps. Everybody's got ghostwriters. Some people don't even know how to actually rhyme. They just know how to put the words together nice once it's given to them, and they practice for that. So to see two people go at it, somebody that's 100% real hip hop, and then someone that has been lucky enough and has worked hard to get to where they're at, you know, but is not a real lyricist. No hate towards any fans.
Right. But you know, everybody has an opinion about who they think, you know, is a better MC.
Oh, fans be real out there right now.
Remy Ma all day long, but anyway.
You know, so. But yeah, it gave me life just seeing that and going back, and it made me go back into finding the rap battles and looking at old rap battles and all of that, because I'm a beat girl at heart. You know, when I said I used to dance, I used to be a beat girl. You know, so hip hop culture is a big deal for me. It's a big thing, but it's missing. It don't really got no fire on it. Like, the only person that's really doing something right now to me in hip hop is Kendrick Lamar. And then they got Anderson .Paak is pretty cool. I like what he's trying to do, or what he is doing right now in music. And there's a couple of other people that it's debatable, but at least they're giving some type of spirit and soul that has to do with something within the music. You know, there's some type of direction, whereas it just being about nothing, like literally about nothing. Like, you know, I took some pills today, I drank some drink today, I went to sleep, I got back up,
and that's it. It's the rest of the song.
Song. So that's my answer.
Well, shifting gears a little bit to tie it up. You can actually hear it in your music, because like when you perform that night at the Platinum, you went Elvis, and I'm like, what? You know, I've seen people, I've seen other artists like, okay, take somebody completely alternative that you would probably not even pull from, or people would imagine that you would pull from, and then I'm like, what? That's Elvis. I knew it was Elvis because my dad listened to everything from Bob Marley to Chopin so music was constantly in my house. Blues, it was nothing for bluesmen, Boogaloo Ames, bluesmen that stopped by the house. Hey, Jay, we're shaking, you know. We were just immersed in music, and then I'm from the Mississippi Delta, where blues is just that's what's in your bottle.
Yeah,
you know who,
You know who. Dinner.
Yeah, you know your bedtime story is the legend of Robert Johnson. You know, you spend your summers at blues festivals and eating catfish and
Nice.
yeah. So it's just a part. It's a part of what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But overall, I like that. That's one thing I like about you. You pull from everywhere, and you see other artists do it and do it well. So I had to commend you on that. You do it very well, yeah. And because also even when you said dance, we want to shift the gear. Dance. So you are a true Renaissance woman. You danced at one point in time.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I don't as much now because you know how it is as you get older.
Yeah,
you
girl.
know, and didn't nobody tell me back then that when you dance like that, the type of pressure it puts on your body, you know. And so just one day I'm just like, oh, okay, that hurts, huh?
That hurt. Yeah, I got a being in my hip that I didn't think I was gonna have, but it's here, so just Lord hold me. Right.
But I'm one of those people. I promise you. You get me on a day good enough, and it's an actual good crowd. I might just jump in on the circle. I did last year. I had some place I was at, and I was just like, oh, this just feels too good. I think they're trying to push me out there. Don't get me started.
Okay. Now we established you're a Renaissance woman. What projects do you have going on like right now?
Right now, what I'm working on is my album. I have a single or two that are out right now. Traveling is currently out right now, available on iTunes and Amazon, Spotify, all the major outlets. Traveling to Get to You, that is. But I'm also working on completing the album Journey to Peace, which this is off that album, by the end of this year. That's what we're hoping for, is the release of at least December 2017. That's what we're hoping for. And also we're trying to get some dates on a coffee house tour.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Okay, awesome. So the title, Traveling to Get to You. What are you trying to tell people with this album? What are you trying to tell listeners? What are you trying to capture?
Well, with this particular song, where the title came from was I was on a plane from going to Washington, and I had my oldest son with me and my family at home, and that's where the lyrics came from. Pretty much is how I was trying my best to get to the people that I love and I care about. Because traveling to get to you isn't just necessarily about your spouse, you know. If you're a dog lover, it could be your dog, you know, and traveling to get back home to your puppy, you know what I mean, or your grandmother or your child, you know. Because when I made that song, even though it had a lot to do with my husband, I had the pictures of my boys in my head as well, you know, while I was sitting up there writing just on the plane, like, I will take this plane, a train, or an automobile just to get to you, because I would, you know. And so that's what this is about, this particular song.
And I like how you explain that, because we often, especially women, because we're such emotional creatures. I think brothers are too. They just we got to be tough about it. But so many things, you know, we can have our men look at us a certain way, and we'll go and cook a whole meal or write a whole you know us. We'll go and just emotionally just react in a loving way, but very emotionally react seriously. She know what I'm saying. She knows exactly
I did this today,
what I'm saying.
so I know
The whole poem about this dude. He gave me an experience.
Yeah. That was a good hug.
Oh, exactly.
I'm gonna write this whole sonnet.
I'm gonna write a whole sonnet. Boom! You have no idea. So brothers, we love y'all. Y'all have no idea the power you have over us to make us do stuff. So
yes.
Shout out to all the brothers.
They know.
They know. They know. They already know. Okay, now traveling to get to you, traveling to get to your boo, traveling to get to your grandma, your dog, Lassie, your puppy. Just a soundtrack to somebody's life is real music. Boom. That's it. It's not real music unless it's a soundtrack to somebody's life, I believe.
That's what I work on. That's Journey to Peace is pretty much what that's about. A lot of the music has to do with real situations and just raw emotion, you know, that have to do with love and growth and meditation.
Oh wow.
You know, elevation, that type of stuff. I really stand for self-love. I think that's so important, especially in women, but people in general, especially in our culture today where I believe people are a little too sensitive, you know.
Yeah. Well,
like we want so much for other people to give us what we should give ourselves.
Yes.
You know, and love is one of those big things. So, a lot of my pieces have to do with that. It has to do with just self-love in some type of way. You know, even with traveling to get to you, that I could say that has to do with self-love, just in being okay with being vulnerable, being okay with saying, you know what, I want to be around you.
Right.
Even though I'm having a good time myself, you know, it's not that I'm having a problem where I'm at. I just want to be close to where you are as well, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even something like vulnerability sometimes can be hard on us as a person, but if you love yourself, you know where it's coming from. It's not coming from a needy place, you know.
Right. And once again, women, we are just very careful, we're very guarded with that. You know, I heard Louis Farrakhan say a nation can only rise as high as its women, as a woman. You know, so it's how we are treated, is how we even love ourselves, because education and everything begins with us. You know, we are the nurturers. Everything that's life begins with us. Yes, you guys provide, protect, and defend, but the harmony most definitely begins with us. So I like that whole scheme and what direction you're going with that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's anointing, and I know it'll travel.
I'm trying.
And it
I'm
will.
working on it.
Now you're not trying, sister. You doing it.
Thank you.
So, did you ever think you would see yourself here? You have projects. You have an album. You are a true artist. Did you ever think you would see yourself here?
I've had to, throughout the years, work on not being hard on myself for not getting here sooner. So yes, I have, you know, and me being the person that I am, I pray and I call for more of that type of, that feedback, that people like me enough to want to sit me in their chair, you know. I call for more of that to come into my life that's positive and loving and good, and I want to give back as I get, you know. But it's been years where I've just been like, it's taken too long, but it's mainly being a mother, like you're saying, being a wife, being a mother, being a person that takes care of people. I had to sit down and say, okay, no, it's not done 3-4 years ago how I wanted it done, but I took out the time I wanted and stayed at home with my child, how I wanted to. You know, I believe in, this is off subject, but I believe in different things that have to do with culture and cultural teaching, like you were saying. And one of the things that I learned young, or I heard about, and I said, I'm going to do that, is when you have a child, at least in different parts of Africa, they keep that baby strapped onto them for like at least the first year of life. And I said, I'm going to do that, you know, and no one really intervenes in that relationship for at least like the first 2. And so I did that with all my kids, you know, and it made it hard for me to get out and do music the way I wanted to. You know, but I did think that there's choices that was made. I've been offered record deals when I was younger. You know, I worked. I've done quite a little bit. Yeah, I've been on chitlin circuits.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I've run the gamut, and then moved out to Pensacola and tried to start all over. You know, so Where I'm at now, though, I wouldn't change it for the world because it's supposed to be where I'm at this moment. Even 3, 4, 5 years ago, I could have done it, but I still was dealing with my own confusions as you're growing up and stuff like that, you know, and I don't think I'd be as grounded of a person as I am right now. And I know for sure what I want my message to be versus just putting out stuff that I wrote, things that I can physically sing, but actually putting a message, something that has some substance behind it.
Right.
So.
And you know, it takes, and then you know, God puts you in certain places where those things, He can cultivate those things, certain experiences, whether it's people. So those things can in fact be cultivated because that's your substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always believe, you know, you do things in your own space and time, and it happens. Things just happen how they happen because I've always been a creature. Oh, it's not happening fast enough.
Yeah.
But like, no, trust me, when it happens and everything falls into place, you'll know it. And then you can exhale. You can truly exhale. Talking about waiting to exhale, you can truly exhale.
Take a breath.
With all that being said, what, and now you're here at this place, is there anything you think you would do differently?
Invest more into my music. Invest more in my music. Just log in more studio time, so I'd have more product. That's about the only thing I can think of that I would do differently, possibly.
Okay. I'll ask you another kind of funny question. Now that you're in this place,
I'm trying to laugh.
you're probably gonna laugh at this one. What would you make sure that you had enough of in your journey? And you hear, like, you know, you
support.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like that's where I fall right back on self-love. You know, my journey has taught me that I have to love myself. And loving yourself is believing in yourself and being confident in yourself. And besides that, having a relationship, you know what I mean, with a higher power, whatever that is to you, you know, that really puts into it as well, you know, because I feel like if I had more support, maybe I'd be a little further, you know, but it also made me stronger. It made me also know that I really want to do this. You know, there's been times, I can't say I ever really just quit. I just took breaks, but I could have stopped at any moment, but I kept drudging through and kept pushing through. And I'm going to continue to keep doing that. Right. You know, but even today, a little bit more support.
Yeah. It's always good to have around the cheerleaders behind you. I most definitely understand that because it's a situation I've been in and I have been just by myself and there hadn't been cheerleaders or anybody I even know. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I might need my cousin in the background hollering. And, you know, you just need that.
You know, it's somebody to watch them children I was talking about. Because I need to go down to here and perform, and I can't do it.
Right.
And just leave them children by themselves.
and shout out to all the grandmothers and folks that watch them children. Shout out to Shaza and Bree. They're at home with their granddad, probably driving her nuts. But anyway, what is something you will never...
Love you, Mom.
What is something you'll never, ever regret?
Ooh, I never ever regret not signing with Sony. I'll never ever regret that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. You know that's like a Chance the Rapper question, right? So you really have no regrets about not doing that.
Yes, what that record label wanted from me was to completely change who I was.
Wow.
And they wanted me to make sacrifices at the time that I just didn't think was worth. I felt like if they liked me enough to offer something to me and want to sign me, that even if it be on a smaller level, I'd still have somebody that wants to hear the message that I'm giving, because
Right.
what I presented to them piqued their interest.
Right.
You get what I mean?
I get exactly what you're
So
saying.
I said, you know what? They just want a little bit too much from me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't regret that. I wouldn't have my son today. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand.
I wouldn't have my son today.
I understand.
So it is what it is. So I don't regret that.
What is the best advice that you glad that you actually took?
From a fellow music person,
Mm-hmm.
the best advice is to move. To move. I was told that emotions have motion in it. So they flow. They have movement. And if you stay stagnant or you stay still, you cannot express that moving thing properly. For me, it held a lot of weight because, like I said, I used to dance. I used to be a dancer. You know, so I'm sitting up there going, that might just help. And for me, it's been such a big piece of advice that I got, and it's helped me on so many other places in my life. Just thinking about that, you know, sometimes when you're hurting or someone's going through something, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to. They don't want to let it move. They don't want the emotions to move. If you can't let it out, you can't let it go, you can't let it flow, it's going to sit there and it might just kill you.
Right.
And for me, not doing music and putting it out the way that I want it to or that I want to, it's something about that just doesn't make me very happy. So, you know, that's the best advice I ever got, is just emotions have motion in it.
Wow. Okay. By your definition, what do you define as the key to happiness?
Being happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's so there we go, right? So there goes another little bitty tidbit story, right?
Another Oprah question. Okay.
So like second grade, you know, they have that question where they ask all the kids, say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you got to go up and do your little presentation. When I grow up, I want to be a fireman. And and I was just like, when I grow up, I want to be happy. And she's just like, that's not. Yeah, that's not what we meant. I'm just like, no, it is though. Because everybody's saying these things, but who knows what they're going to be with that. You can do those things and be miserable. I want to be happy, whatever that means for me. Happiness is just like taking a try at it, man. Just taking a try at being happy. You know, you could sit there and be sad and be angry and deal with all types of emotions, but like you have to choose sometimes to be happy.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
You have to make a like I said, a CEO and executive decision. I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to sit and fester over some minute details or something foolish that I know can cripple me. Yeah, you have to really, even on the worst days, oh, screw this, I can't today.
Yeah.
You know,
cliche, I could say like happiness is freedom and happiness is love and all that. Those things are true, but I think happiness is just giving a good try at being happy, man. Just doing that, and then you'll find happiness. However that may be for you, because everybody's definition will be different. So as long as you try at what makes happy you, give you genuine feelings of joy and you know, sunshine, you know, I like to say glitter.
Glitter.
I mean,
all girls like glitter.
You know, most of them. I know I do.
I do.
You know, so
Bling,
whatever
bling,
makes
bling.
me feel glitterful, I'm happy.
I hear that. So, title the name of the show. What is your stylish behavior?
My stylish behavior is selfish, right?
Wow.
Because I don't dress for everybody. I dress for me. I dress how I feel like dressing. I'm dressed with what makes me happy. So if tomorrow what makes me happy is looking in the mirror and seeing color, I'm going to put pink in my hair. I'm going to put blue in my hair. I'm going to do something like that if that's what I choose to see. If I look and I feel like I'm feeling mad vintage, you know, I'm going to go on ahead and with this hair inside some pink curls and walk around like I am on a 1940s Hollywood set. You know, that's what I'm going to do. You know, and that's selfish sometimes because that's not what other people are looking for. I got to keep myself in check sometimes, you know, and like, hey, you know, what do you like when I'm talking to the people that care about me? You sure you're not embarrassed or you don't feel some type of way, you know, about how I am because I care about their opinion and how they grow and them being around me. But mainly just really loving how I feel and what I have on and how I choose to say hello.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peace D Cashmere. Where can we find you on social media again? So everybody can go and find your single and listen to your music and, hey, build this empire.
So you can find me if you just Google D Cashmere Peace. My website should pop up. I'm on Facebook, the music pages, D Cashmere, aka Peace. You can find me on the YouTube channel, D Cashmere. All of them are pretty much D Cashmere, D Cashmere Peace. And if you Google me, you'll find it. Put me in the iTunes, you'll find it.
Okay.
And I'm there, you know, just waiting to meet your acquaintance.
Sweet.
I'm really about having people sharing the journey with me. That's like my hashtag. You know, is share the journey because it's my journey, but as I'm journeying, I'm learning and I'm getting from the people that I'm around as well. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. It's like it's amazing for me. You know, and I feel so grateful. So just follow the journey, share the journey. Check me out, D Cashmere Peace.
All right. It was wonderful having you. Make sure that you go to YouTube, Stylish Behavior with Queen Sarah, and check out this interview. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you can check out this interview on WPMMradio.com. Okay, so they're the sponsors for this show today. So make sure we support family. And it stands for what? We play more music. So check us out on social media, and so you can stay abreast of what's going on because there's all kind of different events being put on. You just want to stay in the know of what's happening. Okay. I am Queen Sarah, and we were here with none other than the lovely Miss Peace D Cashmere. I am Queen Sarah. You have been listening to Stylish Behavior Live, now on WPMMradio.com. Check me out every Wednesday and Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? But if you want to listen, yes, you can go to the regular website, but you can also go and download the app at the Apple App Store or Google Play, okay? It's free. You know, you want 500 of them. You can put them on every app. Because I know everybody in your house has an app. You know, you has an app or a device. The kids have a Kindle. You have an iPad. Yeah. Everybody got 500 devices. Do we even watch TV anymore? But anyway, make sure you go download the app so you can stay in the know of what's going on with WPMMradio.com. So this is your lady, Queen Sarah, and we are out. And remember, being stylish is a way of life. Go and support her artist too, Miss Peace D Cashmere. You be blessed. Peace.